should be able to see your comments now. So let me get this mess straightened out here a little bit. I have been very busy getting my orders ready for tonight, 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's 12. The new catalog goes live 12 Mountain Time, which is where Stampin' Up's company is. And so I've been excited working out my orders. I'm actually going to be putting 3 orders in. One for the paper share, one for the pansy patch class, and then I'm going to be closing out the one that I just did for the what is that one with the tie and shirt? Well suited, handsomely suited. Okay, so handsomely suited. Closing that one out. So this is the new catalog, but I can't show you the inside, but it has lots of good stuff. You should have one. If you don't, and you've made a purchase within like the last 3 or 4 months, let me know and I'll send you one, because I think I sent everybody one. I meant to anyway. So tonight, 1 a.m. I'm going to be getting up Central Standard Time. I'll probably get up a little earlier than that. And I'm going to get online and place my orders so that we can get our pansy patch bundles before they run out, and the paper and the inks. So keep your fingers crossed for me that I can get our order in before it's all gone. So, because I know I won't be the only one that's going to be doing that. So, oh, I opened right up to it. How sweet. That doesn't happen very often. Normally I have to go to the index in the back. This is the old catalog, so I can show you this one. So don't get too excited. Hi, Kay. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, so I hope you got the info. I know you got some of it, but I did send you your invoice, so you're good to go. Okay, so this is, I've been promising you I'd do this. I've done separate classes on adhesive sheets, and I'll post those. I'll post those in the, when I post it on YouTube, I'll put the link in the video description below. And then I also did a separate one on the Stampin' Seal and the Stampin' Seal Plus. So those you should already be familiar with, but I'll just go over them briefly for today. So welcome, welcome. This is page 162 of the Retiring Annual Catalog, and you can see I have holes in it because I put my own binding in and I started to put the binding on the wrong side. So I'll try to be more careful this year. I haven't bound the new one yet, but you can also get them to do this at like Staples, or I've heard that you can get them to do at Staples or Office Depot. They'll do that for you to your catalog. It just makes it easier to browse through. So so anyhow, this is the one that's retiring. It is good through May 3rd. So guess what? Today is the last day. A lot of the stuff is carrying over. Some of the stuff is not. It's always sad to see the stuff go, but it's always great to see the new stuff. So I didn't know if I said hi, Maria, but hi, Maria. If I didn't, I'm just, my mind is just all over the place today, getting everything in order for the orders, so I don't want to forget anything. Okay, so this number one is adhesive sheets, and like I said, there's a different video on that which I'll post, and maybe I'll also post it here on Facebook in case you missed it. But this is great for doing items with detail that you have to adhere. So watch that video. But this is for you. It's sticky on both sides, and basically what it will do is it'll stick to your cardstock. You die cut your image, and then you pull the backing off, and then your image will stick to whatever you want. But just watch that other video because it's pretty extensive. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2 is the fine tip glue pen. And where did it go? It was right here. Where is probably right in front of me? Oh, here it is. It's over to the side. This is not being carried over. This has a different kind of glue than what's in here. This is more of a liquidy glue, and this is for really fine detail. You can see, I think I wasn't supposed to take that part off. I don't use it that much, as you can tell. I don't even know how to take the top off. Okay, so this is the top. And this is also for fine detailed things. Like you can see this image here that they have to help you adhere that to something. You would use these tiny little dots of glue from here. And let me see if this is clogged, because most of the times when I go to use it, it's clogged. And what you have to do is you have to take a needle and go down in through there with a really thin needle to unblock it. I've also ran it under warm water. So now that I want it to come off, it won't. So you can also run it through, I've taken it off here, but you really don't want to leave this uncapped because it will glue, the glue will dry really fast, like really fast. So you would want to put that like a bag over that or something and keep that from drying. But I can see that it is clogged again, and I don't use it that often, and that's probably why. But I ran it under warm water here, and then I took my needle, and a really fine needle, and went back and forth through there and ran the warm water through until it cleared it. Once it's cleared, it works fine. But and then this has a little needle here that's supposed to go in here and keep it from clogging. And I guess if I used it more often, it would, but since I don't use it that often, it doesn't. So there, anyway, that's retiring. So you might still be able to get it if you put in an order today, if you really want to try it. It is pretty awesome stuff, but it does have a mind of its own. So that's the fine tip glue pen. Number 3 is multi-purpose glue. That's this one here. I have one that hasn't been opened for you. Now, one thing you might not realize about the fine tip, the liquid glue, the mono multi-purpose glue, we use this one a lot. I use it all the time. So hi Gwen and hi Pat. Welcome. So what you want to do is you can make small, and if this one gets glued stuck, all you have to do is kind of just pull the top of it like that, and that will release it. I like to use this. I like to use tiny dots of glue for small items. I'll put that up there so you can see it. Hopefully you can see those tiny dots of glue. And you can even get smaller dots just by touching it. So you can see, you can actually control how big your dots are. And then you can also do, like for large areas, you can do squigglies like that. But I don't know if you realize, we don't use it that often. But this also has a larger tip in. Kind of reminds me of the old bottles of the yellow glue that we used in school, and you just kind of squeeze. Like I said, I never use this, but you can squeeze and you can get like a flat glue. Like if you wanted to make a flat part, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, you can just get that and then you can spread it around. That's another way that you can do glue if you want. I hope you can see that. So let me wipe that off because I don't want that to dry like that. Okay, so that's our multi-purpose, Tombow multi-purpose broad tip and pin tip glue. And I use this a lot. When I first started scrapbooking. When I first started making cards, I used almost strictly a runner like this. But now that I've been at it a while, I really like the control that the multi-purpose liquid glue gives me. It might take a little while to, you know, perfect the technique of the little dots, but it's really like my best friend in the craft room now. So hopefully it will become your best friend too. And let's see, what else do we have? Mini glue dots. I guess if I had a second best friend, hi Sheila, it would be the mini glue dots. And that's these things right here. And they roll. I don't know why, but some of the ones I've been getting are now on this instead. They used to be here and now they're on this. I don't know if they changed how they do that or what the deal is, but I'm used to them being here. So like on this one, they're here on this. So I'm not sure if that's a change or if that's a mistake, but I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking what I might do is when this one runs out and I have a blank circle here, I'm going to re-wrap this one in the way that I'm used to having it, just because it's driving me crazy. I don't think it's as easy to use this way with it on here as it is with it on here, if that makes sense to you at all. I'll put it up there. You can see the dots are here on the rounded part on this one. This is the older one, and this is one of the newer ones, and the dots are here. Instead of here, they're here. So who knows? Who knows? And but I'll work with it. But that's our glue dots. And these little babies can hold. They are strong, strong, strong. And it will hold. It will hold a lot. So if you use one of these and you think when you put on a bow, I use them to put on a bow, and I don't have a card handy, but it'll hold. It will hold your bow. Don't worry. They are sticky, sticky. All right, tear and tape adhesive. Where are you? I have this that's just a little bit. This is good for 3D projects, like boxes and anything that has to have extra strong. You basically, the way you use it, it's called tear and tape because you tear it and then you put it in place. Let me see if there's room on here. You put it in place, and then it's good to take a bone folder or something and what we call burnishing it, And you can take your fingernail, or if you're lucky enough to have take your pick tool, you can just kind of put it underneath there, lift it up, and then and then pull it. And then it's basically double-sided tape, but it's really strong and it holds. So that's your tear and tape. Now you know why they call it tear and tape. Stamp and seal and refill. This is the stamp and seal, this is the refill. I've done, like I said, a separate video on that, so I will put the link to that in the description. And then also you have the Stamp and Seal Plus, which is a cousin to the tear and tape. It's extra strong for 3D projects, and it will hold. It will hold. So I really like this, but I like the tear and tape too. So it's always a toss-up which one to use. But watch that video. Okay, so the silicone crafts sheet. Sometimes you might have something thin, a thin piece of ribbon or paper. So I got some ribbon, and I've done this before, so this is actually like something I've actually done before. So I might want to attach ribbon, but I don't want to use glue, because glue can do funky things with fabric. It can soak through, and it doesn't always adhere as well. So you might want to use something like a Stamp and Seal. So if I wanted to put this on something and I wanted it to stick, I could. I'm just going to do parts of it, not the whole thing. Okay, so I have pieces of adhesive, and then if it sticks over, I can just kind of tuck it under. And so now I need a piece of paper. So then I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to adhere it. Now this would be important, especially if you like scrapbooking. Okay, so that would be a way that you could use this. Also, if you're into hot glue guns, this would be great to put your hot glue gun on. So it's heat resistant, and things don't stick on it. So that is the silicone craft sheet. What's next? Foam adhesive strips. Where are they? Here they are, buried. Buried. These are kind of like our dimensionals, which we haven't gotten to yet, but they are strips of foam, sticky on both sides. And you may be wondering, if you're new to crafting, what's that good for? It is good for shaker cards. And a shaker card is a card that has like loose sequins or loose jewels or something inside the card, and like if there's a window and there's like little sequins and goodies inside, and you shake it and they move around. Well, you use these foam adhesive strips to make shaker cards. You can also use them to add dimension to projects as well, like you use the Stampin' Dimensionals, but these are both mostly I use for shaker cards. And let's see, Stampin' Dimensionals are next. They come in 2 sizes. We used to just have this size, which is the larger size, and it's just basic Stampin' Dimensionals. And then they have the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which are the tiny ones. So here's the regular, and let me see if I can find a mini in here somewhere. and here's the mini. And I think you can see why they call that the mini. But now this has become regular dimensionals, and this is mini. And these also come in black. Now you can purchase the regular size, and it comes with, it looks like 3 sheets. It's 300 dimensionals in one pack. And then this one comes with, the smaller one also comes with 3 sheets, and it has 720 in it. That's a lot of dimensionals. And I think, what are these, like $4? It's a really good value. And then they also come in black, but the black comes in, you get 200 of the regular size black ones and 480 of the little black ones, the mini black ones. They come together in a pack, whereas these come separate. The regular comes separate from the mini. When you buy the black ones, they come together. You get some of both. And I have some in the other room, but I'm not going to go get them. Okay. And the foam adhesive sheets, I do not have any of those. But you can use those. If you look here on 12, you can use those for, let me get these dimensionals on my fingers. You can use those for die cutting letters or die cutting anything, or you can use it for giving you know, height to what you are you want. Like if you wanted height to a larger piece, you could use that. Okay, Maria has the question, do black ones show through cardstock? I would say I would stick with using black ones with dark cardstock. You wouldn't want to probably use it with white cardstock or very vanilla or yellow or cream. Darks, navy blues, purples. We actually used some in our butterfly class, if you recall. You had some, was it our butterfly class? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it was. I think I, when I made the stained glass butterflies for you guys, I used black dimensionals on the back because it had a black outline, and I wanted the dimensionals to match the black cardstock. So that's when I used it. But yeah, you would probably not want to use it, only because if somebody gets nosy and starts looking at your card and looks underneath, they're going to see black instead of white. In black on white cardstock would be real noticeable, whereas white on white would not be as noticeable. Okay, so that's everything on our page here. The cling adhesive, I think that's going away. That's only if you have some of the older Stampin' Up! Stamps and you want to revitalize them with the newer adhesive that they're using, or the newer type of plastic they have on their rubber stamps. That's the only time you would want that cling adhesive. So, but most people know that have the older stamps know about the cling adhesive. Okay, that's it for today. I kind of feel like I wasn't that organized, but I hope I did teach you something. I hope you did learn something, or at least enjoyed watching. All right, well, thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you will get out your adhesives and have some fun, because they're really cool. We couldn't manage without them, could we?